Dr. Toyland.
Okay, so this just came in. Let's check out the new McFarlane Toys The Witcher Roach figure. This is a 7-inch scale horse figure from the Netflix TV show The Witcher, right? This is the horse for Geralt, and you can see him in the package right here. Comes with the sword. He's in like some fancy standing pose. This is the packaging. Boom, 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 boom. Got him on my fancy chair today. This is him looking like that. So let's see how his posability is. And down here it says, not a toy, but I think, Mr. McFarlane, I will play with whatever I want to play with. Okay, so what we're also going to do is compare it to the Mythic Legion's horse and figures and see how it scales up and see how it works with other figure lines, all right? So let's open it up and get to it. All right, so here's Roach right here, and he's, sculpt-wise, he looks good. We can see him from all these cool little angles, right? Now, when I took him out of the box initially, the first thing I noticed is that his legs are like, they had him posed in the box all like up and looking crazy. His feet are kind of small, and again, with the legs only moving up and down, you'd think he'd be able to stand well, but he is relatively difficult to stand properly, and it's a little strange to me that a creature on 4 legs has issues standing. You'd think he'd be able to stand on 3 legs, but even that, he's kind of falls over. So you're probably going to need some kind of holder to put him in any kind of dynamic pose that's not just on his 4 hoofs, right? So for posability, again, legs, all 4 legs go up and down. There's no side movement on these. They got movement at the leg joints. Now these ankle joints, they do turn left and right and go up and down. The tail goes up and down. Looks like this comes off actually, so I pulled that off. Plastic back here is like light and kind of feels like kind of cheap actually. I guess it's probably to keep the weight of the figure down. So this kind of comes out. I'm assuming they probably use the same mold from the Bruce Wayne Build-A-Horse figure, right? So the front legs, again, up, down, here, here, and then the same thing, you have like a weird little ankle pivot joint right there. Okay, this is like one piece, looks like it could come off if you really wanted to. He has 2 sheaths, one right here for the sword that comes with him, and one right here probably for Geralt's other sword. This looks like it's molded onto the head. On this side, you see he's got his weird little emo swooping haircut, looking very fancy. Head does a pretty good movement. It goes all the way down, so you do have the ability to get the head nice and low, and they kind of go over the chest piece like that. The upper part of the head doesn't really move that well. It's kind of like, it is what it is, But yeah, let's get the Witcher posed up on his steed, and we'll see what that looks like. All right, so here's Geralt on Roach right here. I mean, he looks cool when he's on it. But again, trying to pose him in any other position is going to be a little difficult without the use of, again, some kind of standy or arm or some kind of trickery by your part. But, I mean, he looks cool. So, that being said, let's check him out with some Mythic Legions on him, because I know that's what a lot of people really want this horse for. All right, so let's check that out. Okay, so here he is with a Black Knight. It's a 1.0 Mythic Legions build riding on top. The horse maybe looks a little small, but I think it actually does kind of work. I mean, all things considered, I actually think it works pretty well. Plus, these should be a little easier to pick up than some of the Mythic Legions horses, right? All right, so let's get this guy checked out next to the Mythic Legions horse and next to a vintage Lord of the Rings horse, right? So let's get that looked at. All right, so here's the Mythic Legions horse on the right and the McFarlane Witcher horse on the left right here, right? They're actually basically the same size. This one from Mythic Legion is just a little beefier. Like he's got bigger hoofs and just a little beefier, and he's got better articulation. But other than that, they're actually pretty much the same size. So if you're okay with this. He's a little more slender than this guy. Yeah, you could definitely pick this up. I'm a little surprised. It looks good. Okay. Let's check out next to the Lord of the Rings horse, okay? And you can see right here, the Lord of the Rings horse is on the right. The Mcfarlane Witcher horse is on the left. The Lord of the Rings horse is noticeably smaller than the Mcfarlane one. And that's noted. We knew that because, again, the Lord of the Rings line's a little smaller than the 7-inch scale anyway, right? So in the grand scheme of things, this is probably going to work very well for the Mythic Legions kind of stuff. I didn't think it was going to work as well, but it actually is the same size, more or less, as the Mythic Legions horses. So yeah, you could definitely pick this up or pick a couple of these up if you can find them. And yeah, they'll definitely look cool in the ranks, man. You can definitely make these work for you. All right, pick this up. This is the Mcfarlane Witcher Season 2 Roach horse. So good luck. Please like and subscribe. All right, take care.